If you feel resistance towards certain activities, then this video is going to be for you. I'm going to give you and share with you everything that you need to get rid of the resistance, have more clarity on what you need to do in your business and life to grow to the next level without being held back by your own thoughts, by actions, and by confusion. So hi guys, welcome to this new video. Today I'm going to share with you something that I've journaled about yesterday. I think it's going to be very valuable to you because I had some realizations as well along the way, and I think it's going to be very helpful for you because what I've been journaling about is this concept of resistance and why we feel resistance to each things, why we say to ourselves we're going to do outreach but then we don't do any outreach, why we say that we want to do content but we never do any content that day, right? So it's going to be about resistance and finding clarity on how to actually overcome this and move towards your tasks with minimal resistance, with drive and with motivation. Number one thing that I've learned over the course of my journey and after helping entrepreneurs grow is that when you procrastinate or when you feel resistance, most of the time it's because you lack clarity. Now, clarity is emotional clarity as well as intellectual clarity. So when it comes to the intellectual one, it's the practical, the logical things that you know right now that you should be doing. But just writing down that I'm going to send these type of messages or I'm going to do this amount of content, that's not enough. Because what I've done in the past myself is when I was growing my agency and my coaching business, I just wrote down what tasks I need to do. But I didn't really thought deep into like, what exactly do I need to do? When do I have to do it? How am I going to do it? Because I started procrastinating and I was really confused. Like, why am I procrastinating? I know exactly what I need to do, but I realized I didn't. Because just writing things down, what you have to do, it's not making it clear. So one thing that really helped me is to journal about the things that I have to do and really try to be as detailed and as specific as I possibly can to find out how I need to do the task as well as why I need to do this task. Because most of the time we get caught up in the tasks that we don't really need to do. It's just for, like building websites if you start your own business. That's a great thing, but not at the beginning because you need to get clients, you need to really work on the outreach or, get some clients in and stuff like that. So some tasks are just busy work and distractions. So it's really important to get clarity on what exactly you need to do that will help you grow your business, move the needle forward, and actually succeed. So that's what I've done. And that's why I also suggest my clients to do, to really gain clarity on what is it that they need to do. And from there, you can create your KPIs and making sure that those KPIs are limited to 3 to 5 maximum, because otherwise it means that you did not prioritize well. But about that, I think I recorded some videos on YouTube. So you can just go into my channel, scroll down a little bit and find productivity videos and how to actually find those key activities and how to schedule them and how to create KPIs out of them. So that was the point number one. I have my journal here, so I'll be reading through it. Hope you don't mind. So the first thing is the clarity. The second thing, why we feel resistance and why you find it difficult to sit down and do the work, for example, do outreach, is because of two things: fear and scarcity, right? So when it comes to the scarcity, if you are starting out or if you are trying to grow to the next level, you may feel the scarcity and you don't feel like abundant. That means that you really have this needy feeling of getting those clients, booking those meetings, getting to that next level with whatever online business that you have, right? And that scarcity creates this negative loop that you're probably stuck in right now. At least I was a couple of times in my life, and it sucks because it feels like everything is just hopeless. You don't see the way out of this. And this scarcity creates really negative thoughts that even causes fear, right? And you have the scarcity of, what if I won't sign a client? What if this? What if that? You have the doubt, feelings, the whole crazy loop of negative emotions going on. Then all of a sudden you feel fear. And our brain wants us to protect us from fear and discomfort. So that's why you find yourself escaping the pain and you feel escaping those things that you have scarcity and fear towards. And you go on social media, you go watch TV or whatever that is, but work, if that makes sense. So first thing really is to find the sweet spot between effort and between surrender, right? This is the concept that is very powerful. It's from the book Power versus Force, and it's a very powerful mindset shift and mindset technique you can try for yourself, is that you need to find a sweet spot in the middle between massive action, doing hard work and going all in, and surrounding by feeling pretty much not doing anything. And if you get in the middle, you'll feel abundant, and abundance destroys scarcity, if that makes sense, and also creates this non-attachment feeling, because detachment is not the right word to use this, not the right thing to do as well, because if you detach, you pretty much detach from your whole business, from your goals and everything. It's creating quite the opposite of what you want. That's why non-attachment, it's pretty much of you reaching out to those clients, doing that content, trying to get those clients, but you don't expect anything in return, right? And that's what creates abundance, and that's what's in the middle between these two things. And that's where you want to be. And look, I'm not gonna say it's easy to do, because just like with any skill, it takes time to master this, because it's a concept that if you were programmed your whole life of something and now you try to change it, it won't change overnight. If you've been programmed, if you said to yourself that outreach is difficult and that you need those clients, you had that scarcity for a long time, you cannot expect everything to change overnight. So continuous practice, visualizations, and just really special type of meditations will help you fast track this process. You can do it even without it, visualization, and through constant exposure to what you want. The same when you're shifting your identity, you need to be aware of the new thoughts, new beliefs, new behaviors, and feelings you want to feel as this 2.0 version of you, and you need to get exposed to it as many times as you possibly can at the beginning. And then, just like with any habit and behavior, it will become automatic, right? So that was about the scarcity and fear. And again, like the fear plays a huge part, because if you feel fear of rejection, fear of judgment, fear of failure, or even fear of success, these 4 fears that are very common in the space we are in and in human nature, they're going to automatically stop you from doing outreach, because outreach, you perceive it in your mind as something difficult and something uncomfortable. So it's completely normal to feel that way, but it's important to what you do with it. Fear will slowly go away if you practice this, if you put in the reps. Another thing that plays a huge part when it comes to resistance towards doing any activities is because you're focusing on the wrong things. Your focus is not on what it needs to be. Now, it doesn't mean really activities and external things. It means more internally. Now, focus and attention is really important, because what you focus on, you attract. If you focus on the bad things constantly happening to you, guess what? You're going to attract those negative things, right? This is the law that works in the universe. And if this sounds way too woo for you, I mean, it's how it is. And it's really hard to explain these concepts, but this is the law that pretty much happens all the time. And you've probably experienced that in your life and in your business. I did when I started out, because when I said to myself, my focus was on why those clients won't book a meeting with me for my agency, or why those clients won't sign on with me, then everything just went that way. No clients booked the meeting, no clients signed with me, because I put my attention and my focus on what could go wrong. So once I switched to focus on what could go right, and I switched my attention, my focus to my goal and to what I really want, which is grow my agency, be financially free, have this dream life that I envision for myself, all of a sudden it started to fall into place. All of a sudden, all of those good things started happening. People booking meetings, clients signing, referrals, everything just started to come my way. And I didn't change anything business-wise, which is amazing, because all I changed was my perspective and my focus. So if you right now are focusing on all of those things that could go wrong, or if you feel like if you're focusing on, for example, you wanted to get 100 likes on something, just random example, and you only got 90, you are probably focusing on why you didn't get those 10. And that's normal, because that's how our brains are programmed to always seek the negative, right? So if you are focusing on what you didn't get and you forget about how far you've come and what you already got, then try to shift your focus for a day, for 2 days, or for a week, and try to focus on what you already have. If you feel like you're not accomplishing enough in your life, then go back and look at what you've already done. It doesn't mean that have to be like business success, because if you're at the beginning, you'll probably have not signed a client or book a meeting, which is completely fine, right? You can go to any other aspects of your life where you had success. Such a small success, even like reading a book or waking up on time or going to the gym, whatever that is, you just want to feel that and see that confirmation, right? And that shifts your focus, and you focus on gratitude, well, and that's pretty much the first step, being aware of what are those things that are not serving you, and then shifting your attention and your focus to things you actually want to see. And another thing, when shifting your attention and your focus, instead of thinking what could go wrong, what I didn't get, all of that negativity, focus on your goal, on your desire, right? So whenever you feel like something is not going your way, you're stagnant in your business, you're not signing those clients, you're not booking those meetings, just accept it as it is and look forward to your goal. Look at your goal. Be exposed to your vision. Have it everywhere you can, to always look at it and confirm to yourself that this is the part of the journey and I'm going to get there no matter what. It's all you have to do. You don't have to believe it in like crazy or something. All you have to do is just to rewrite your brain in a way that you actually believe it's going to happen, even though you don't see the confirmation yet. But you need to give your brain the confirmation so you can keep going and you can create the abundance and ease when it comes to working on your business. And last thing when it comes to resistance is that when I was talking about fears and overall resistance, it comes from your unconscious past experiences, right? So if you are struggling and you feel resistance to send messages or cold emails or whatever that is, then think about it and go take a look back in your past a little bit and find those times where someone rejected you in your DMs. Because when I was feeling resistance towards outreach, a couple months, weeks, even days before, I had a campaign where everyone rejected my proposal, right? Everyone rejected my message. No one was responding. It was just horrible, right? So this was my past experience. And as a result, whenever I tried to do the outreach again, my brain was stopping me because of the pain I had to go through of fear of pain of rejection and not getting anywhere. And you know the drill. If you're an online entrepreneur, when those things just not go well and you try to do them again, but you find yourself struggling because your brain is stopping you, physically stopping you from not doing it because it's trying to protect you. So another reason why you feel resistance is because of your past negative experiences. And the way you change this is by, again, refocusing on what went right and giving yourself little evidence. If you've booked a meeting before, then go take a look at that time. Have a screenshot of it somewhere in your Google Doc or somewhere where you can find all the positive evidences and success that you had. And you are going to see those positives and those things that went right instead of those things that went wrong. And this is how you're slowly going to rewire and reprogram your mindset to actually stop focusing on past experiences. And also don't try to think about them a lot, because if you think about all the time like how this went wrong and all of those negative past experiences, then it's going to be very difficult for you to get rid of them and rewrite your brain in a way that you want to, like in a positive productive way. By getting rid of these negative feelings or these past experiences, I don't mean trying to escape them by all chance. I mean just one technique that really helped me and helped my clients to get rid of this is to just sit with the feeling. So whenever you feel this negative past experiences coming up, so whenever you're sitting down trying to send those cold messages and you feel like this resistance, your brain trying to stop you and just really forcing you like, don't send a message, click off to YouTube, just do something else, don't do anything else, even don't send a message, just sit with those feelings. Just breathe and sit with that negative, uncomfortable feeling of resistance, and try to find it in your body. Usually it's around the chest area where you feel this heavy feeling, and just sit with it and the way it goes away is by putting intention to it, and it radiates, and as it radiates it dissolves pretty much, right? So just sit with the feeling, don't try to escape it, and all of a sudden you'll feel that it's getting weaker and weaker as it expands. This is everything for today's video. Hope it was helpful for you. Make sure that you apply everything that we talked about. These concepts are very powerful. If you have any questions about any of this, because it can be sometimes difficult to comprehend and understand it in more depth, you can message me directly on Instagram, or you can leave a comment and I will message back and help you out. And yeah, if you like this video, give this a like, subscribe, and see you in the next one.